Another police ambush, another community in mourning.
We're not going to let the city be defined by the violence.
As Baton Rouge grieves for 3 fallen officers.
These officers were intentionally targeted and assassinated.
We are tracking Texas connections to the shooter.
Before you can heal yourself, you got to detox yourself.
A long and twisted digital footprint, including a recent social media post right here in Houston.
The first step before you do anything is to detox yourself. You can't be putting Band-Aids over bullet hole wounds.
Tonight, what Channel 2 Investigates has learned about Gavin Long and his time in our city.
A total of 6 officers were shot in that ambush in Baton Rouge. 3 of them were killed.
As investigators look into this gunman, they are learning about who he was, what he believed, from what he left behind on social media. Some of those clues are connected to Texas, to Houston and Dallas specifically. We have live team coverage from Houston to Baton Rouge. We begin with Channel 2 investigator Bill Spencer in 5th Ward with what he's learned about what Gavin was doing in Houston. Bill?
That's right, Bill. In fact, it was just last week that Gavin Long was walking the streets in the 5th Ward of Houston. He was trying to peddle a book that he had written called The Way of the Cosmos. In fact, he was standing right in front of this supermarket. It's called the Sing-On Supermarket. This is located on Cavalcade. He was out here trying to pitch his book to people who walk by.
Peace, family. What up with y'all? I'm in Dallas right now.
Gavin Long, the infamous Baton Rouge gunman who investigators say spent his 29th birthday shooting down police officers in the street, spent a considerable amount of time in Texas just over the last 10 days.
But yeah, man, Cosmo, Satep and Ra. My story is at 16, I lost 80 pounds.
On July 12th, just a week ago, Long was in Houston trying to peddle a book he had written in front of the Sing-On Supermarket on Russell Street and Cavalcade. This woman says he approached her right outside the store.
He was just down at the neighborhood store at the end of the street, Sing-On, and as I was going into the store, he asked me, did I want to buy a book? And I just said, no, thank you. And kind of went on in the store, and he went on to someone else.
In Dallas, in this video, posted on July 8th, he talked about violence being the only pathway to real social change.
Let's go with the history. 100% of revolutions, of victims fighting their oppressors, 100% have been successful through fighting back, through bloodshed.
In another video shot inside this Dallas barbershop, owner Shinatra Long says the Baton Rouge gunman ranted on again about a book he had written called The Way of the Cosmos.
He seemed pretty aggressive to the point that where he said, everybody that has a nephew or uncle or cousin, you need to get this book.
Now, we need to explain that Gavin Long had changed his name legally to Cosmos Septembera. That's why you heard him keep saying that name. That is the name that he used on the book, by the way, and that's the reason for the title of the book that he wrote, The Way of the Cosmos. Reporting live, Bill Spencer, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Well, from Houston to Baton Rouge, we continue our team coverage now with Phil Archer live in Louisiana.
That's where investigators revealed a chilling timeline of how this ambush unfolded against these officers. Phil?
Yeah, those investigators believe Long came here to Baton Rouge specifically to kill police officers. They think he'd been in town for several days scouting locations to carry out an attack. And when that attack came Sunday morning, they say that video of the former Marine shows that he carried it out with military precision.
Our hearts are broken, but our spirit is intact.
Store security cameras captured Long's image Sunday morning. He was dressed like a ninja, totally in black, and carrying 3 weapons, 2 5.56 caliber assault rifles and a pistol. He drove a rented car to an area near a convenience store where police were known to frequent. A marked police car was there and a uniformed deputy working security. Long left his car and walked up to the police unit, but turned away when he saw it was empty. By this time, 911 calls reporting a man with a gun sent more officers to the scene. Long confronted 2 of them at the corner of a beauty shop.
When he came back around, these 2 Baton Rouge police officers were right here standing. He shot both of them.
Sheriff's Deputy Brad Garofolo had arrived and taken cover behind a dumpster, but he exposed himself to go to the aid of one of the wounded officers.
Deputy Garofolo died as a hero, protecting and serving. So did the other officers.
In about 7 minutes, 3 officers were killed, 3 more wounded. before Long was finally brought down by a police SWAT sniper.
That is the fatal shot where he shot the shooter, over 100 yards.
The actions of the law enforcement officers at Baton Rouge community yesterday were nothing short of heroic. They ran towards danger in order to protect the public.
State and federal police are still trying to track Long's movements over the last few days and weeks. There is evidence that he belonged to a separatist group and other fringe organizations, but they say they are convinced from the evidence that he was the only shooter involved in Sunday's bloodbath. Reporting live in Baton Rouge, I'm Phil Archer, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Phil. Local officers are planning a special tribute to the 3 fallen Baton Rouge officers. A group of them called the Combined Law Enforcement Association of Texas is organizing a ride to Baton Rouge on Thursday. They will leave Houston at 9 o'clock in the morning and drive as a group to Louisiana's state capital. Dominique?